Polls are open for 2.5 more hours across South Carolina as voters make a choice on who should replace the late Senator Lindsey Graham on the ballot. We have 7 News team coverage from your local election headquarters. 7 News' Julia Keener is in Rock Hill with the Norman campaign, and our Kelsey O'Donnell is in Columbia covering Darline Graham there. Now, Kelsey, we're going to start with you and talk about what's on the line for these candidates.
Yeah, a lot on the line, Amy. And just 2 weeks ago, we were out here with these campaign teams. You know, Darline Graham is one of 10 candidates then 2 weeks ago that were hoping to win the open GOP Republican special primary Senate seat that was once held by her late brother, Senator Lindsey Graham. Now, Graham did not win that primary outright, but did receive the most votes with about 33%, pushing this race to a runoff election with Representative Ralph Norman. That is what we are covering here today. Now, today, Graham did go out to cast her vote at a church over in Lexington, South Carolina. She spent the past 2 weeks pretty busy campaigning across the state. She even welcomed President Trump to Myrtle Beach for a rally and joined him last night for a teletown hall in a final push ahead of Election Day. Now, throughout the campaign and during debates, Graham has made her position known on issues including transgender athletes, sports, abortion, and the economy. But she also faced some tough questions about her limited experience with national security. Graham has been pretty open about not being a career politician, but now it will be interesting to see if her campaign efforts, along with endorsements from President Trump and South Carolina's other GOP Senator Tim Scott, will be enough to carry her to the November election.
I've been working really hard going around the entire state because it's important to me to hear from the people of South Carolina and what's important to them. So I've worked really hard the past 2 weeks getting all around the state, and I think I've reached pretty much every corner of this state.
Back out here live in Columbia, we are waiting for those doors to open for us to be able to go inside for her campaign watch party here tonight. A member of her campaign team said they are expecting a number of local officials and elected officials to come in here today. Governor McMaster is expected to join this watch party as well later on. But of course, we'll be following these polls closely here today and bring you live results as they start to come in. Live in Columbia, Kelsey O'Donnell. Amy, back to you.
All right, Kelsey O'Donnell, thank you. And 7 News team coverage is continuing with our Julia Keener, who's with the Ralph Norman campaign in Rock Hill. Ralph Norman, you know, not coming in as strongly as Graham in that last go round. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the results tonight, Julia.
That's right, Amy. We're back in Rock Hill tonight, the hometown of Congressman Ralph Norman. This is where his friends, family, and supporters will gather here at the Magnolia Room. You can see they're going ahead and starting to set up. They will be watching here to see if he can win the Republican nomination for the open U.S. Senate seat. Now, as you mentioned, it was close, but Norman finished second in the Republican primary with nearly a quarter of the vote, forcing today's runoff. Norman is no stranger to South Carolina politics. He's represented the state's 5th congressional district since 2017. He also ran for governor this year, finishing 3rd in the Republican primary. That statewide campaign gave him months of exposure to voters outside his district, experience he says helped prepare him for this race. But one of the biggest questions tonight is how much weight President Trump's endorsement will carry. Norman did not get Trump's endorsement, but he has support from other well-known South Carolina conservatives, including former Governor Mark Sanford and Mark Lynch, who also ran in the primary. Norman has pointed to his conservative record, saying he believes that will help set him apart from his runoff opponent, Darline Graham.
What really attracted me to this race, the Senate is malfunctioning and is where good bills go to die. And I will play a role in passing particularly the SAVE Act, which is verification that you are an American citizen before you vote. I will be laser focused on that. And I will be laser focused on calling the Senate out.
And of course, today's runoff winner will face Democrat Dr. Annie Andrews in November. Reporting live from Rock Hill, Julia Keener, 7 News.
All right, Julia, thank you. Your local election headquarters is continuing to track results as they will come in beginning after the polls close at 7 tonight on air, online, and on WSPA+. And we invite you to watch our special at 8, streaming live on WSPA+ exclusively. Gordon Dill's going to join me as we walk you through the numbers and show you what's happening in the race in real time. WSPA+ is an app available on most smart TVs.